The Salvation Army has been serving here in Erie County for about 140 years. We exist to meet human needs, so the community knows that they can count on the Salvation Army.
Much of what the Salvation Army does is immediate in a person's life.
We have an emergency shelter that provides safe, secure shelter for families experiencing homelessness.
Here, a family can stay intact and figure things out together.
The last thing that you want to do when you are trying to seek refuge and trying to seek resources to help your family stay afloat is split up.
We want, when they come in, to be able to take a deep breath, to have a good night's sleep, to have an opportunity to take a nice hot shower, eat a decent meal.
The Salvation Army really just gave us a warm, safe place to be, where I didn't have to worry about where my kids were laying their heads down at night, and I know that there was a hot meal for them every night, and they helped us, with the steps we needed to figure out what we had to do to get to where we are now.
We provide numerous social service programs that touch the lives of nearly every demographic of our population, from seniors to small children.
Showing them the way, helping them with whatever issues they are facing, whether it's addiction, mental illness, whatever those things are, a physical ailment.
We're able to get them involved in other training programs and get their mind looking at how can you get a house now or an apartment now and maintain it.
It's knowing and understanding that we're having a direct impact on this community, and we're the type of community that people rally behind each other in those moments of need.
That motto, doing the most good, really means something here at the Salvation Army.
The facilities that we have currently have served us well over the years. They've provided a safe, caring space, a refuge really, for so many in this community for so long. We have served from our East Buffalo location since 1933 and from here on Main Street since 1957.
The facilities are really limited in terms of just space. And having a dedicated space for, the activities and the things that the Army wants to do and all the different aspects of the mission.
You get to a point where you know that a Band-Aid will no longer suffice, and where you recognize that your facilities no longer provide that hope and dignity that you need to best serve people, and where the needs in the community and your vision to meet those needs have outgrown the facilities. That's where we're at, and we're asking for help. We know that the greatest needs in this community are for safe, dignified, affordable housing and substantial poverty reduction strategies. Hope on Main helps to address those needs, but it not only provides an answer to some of the housing issues, temporary shelter, permanent housing that this community needs, but it also will, in partnership with New York State, give us the opportunity to provide supportive services to the individuals that will call Hope on Main home.
When they talk about this capital campaign, they have visuals, they have a plan, they have a budget. They are talking about, how they plan to engage the surrounding community.
This project has come out of 15 years of having the discussion of how do we best serve this community for the next 140 years or so. The daily supportive services that will be able to be provided on-site by the Salvation Army will not only make long-term stability possible, but probable.
The fact that they're going from emergency shelter to affordable housing to home ownership is remarkable. That's the pathway to generational wealth.
For someone to just walk into an updated facility, walk into something that really looks like someone has taken the time to invest in them, I think it makes it easier, and it kind of can help to shift that mindset of, I am worth it, I am worthy of it, I should put in the work.
You have to own it. It has to be yours. And they are owning this project, and they are owning it so that the residents who are in need can have something that they can own. That's going to transform the city of Buffalo.
Prayerfully, the leadership in Buffalo have crafted a plan for this much-needed expansion. Led by our confidence in the City of Good Neighbors, and with strong partners like you, we are embarking on a campaign to raise the necessary funds to make Hope on Main a reality. Our community is counting on us to be there in their time of need. Even today, families are facing eviction or struggling to keep their children warm while sleeping in the backseat of a car. Families are spending long periods of time in shelters and hotels, waiting for permanent housing. The poverty levels in our community demand solutions. Hope on Main allows us to address these needs and can transform lives. This is a large vision that needs a large response. We're asking you to consider how you'll participate in this important campaign. Your partnership is essential, and your participation will pay huge dividends to the most vulnerable households in our community for generations to come. Thank you for taking time to watch this video and carefully considering how you'll participate in this important campaign. Now is the time to act. The time for making a difference in the lives of children and families in our community is now. You can change the lives of those in our community by making a generous donation to the Hope on Main campaign. We thank you for your support. We thank you on behalf of those who look to the Salvation Army for help and hope. Thank you for doing whatever it is God calls you to do and for helping us to do the most good.